And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment.
LeBron James.
It's time for the NBA. Live on 2K Sports. Chris Webber's joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin Durant said his days of trying to prove himself through basketball are done. He said, walking around with a chip on my shoulder is not my thing. I'm more relaxed than letting these days flow. I'm the best version of me. I don't need to prove who I am. I've been in it for too long. Kevin, this is a guy who is finally comfortable with himself.
All right, thanks, D.A. So the Nets starting five. Wilson Chandler out there with Durant. Then there's Harris. Then there's Irving. And it's Jordan in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Los Angeles, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. And it's Rondo in at the 1 spot.
And for the Lakers, 6 straight seasons outside the playoffs. Can you believe it's the worst record in the NBA over that span? I mean, for the league's premier franchise, it's not what they're accustomed to.
Kuzma outside. Right side, Davis. Over Jordan. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by Kuzma. Davis has got the first points on the scoreboard for the Lakers. And the Lakers have an illustrious past, Chris, but they can't rest on their laurels.
Yeah, you're right, Kev. Teams around the league are getting more advanced with their scouting. The Lakers taking steps to ensure they remain on the cutting edge.
Durant against LeBron. Bounce pass from Kuzma. Davis kicks to LeBron. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Nets.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
They get a hand on it.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
They get it again. Davis. It's good on the putback.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Now, here is Irving. Outside Jordan. Back to Irving. Three-pointer. Kuzma pulls it in. Lakers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
And positionless basketball, all the rage. And Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
The Nets still looking like they're getting going. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Outside, KD. Lobs it up for Jordan. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And you can't leave someone open around Durant. He keeps his eyes up, makes a play for his teammate.
Durant against Rondo. Over Irving. Rondo can't get it to go. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
From 7, KD's shot is off. Lakers leading by 4. To the paint, here's Kuzma. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
Awesome at keeping his balance. Sometimes guarding Kuzma is impossible for the defense.
17 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Irving with it. 5 on the clock. Had the space there, but it's offline. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have had their sights set on Kevin Durant, and they've done a terrific job holding him in check. Back to the action after this word. And this team has shown their toughness and determination, and Kyrie Irving talks about what he sees in his teammates.
What's going to separate us is how close we are, and when we're in the trenches together, I'm looking to my left and to my right and knowing that these guys have my back.
They certainly do.
This team has assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. No better group for Irving to surround himself with.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
You're exactly right, GA. I mean, they've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Cook, DeMarcus Cousins out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Daniels in at the two-guard spot. Now here's LeVert. Over Daniels. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from LeVert. Chris, more and more we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was with Dada, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh, great.
Really love doing it on the road. At home is really cool, but on the road it's great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there, so you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
No good from Cousins. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Nets. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
That shot by Caldwell-Pope, no good. Nets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Kurucs, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Kurucs was the 40th pick and wasn't expected to contribute, Greg, in year 1, but his strong play as a rookie has helped rescue a Nets team that was teetering on the brink with the loss of Karis LeVert.
You know, they had guys who could shoot and they had guys who could defend, but no one who could do both. Kurucs can hit open threes, and with that 7'2" wingspan, a factor defensively.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Then for the Nets, Durant checked in for Taurean Prince. Joe Harris comes in for Karis LeVert. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. He's off on the second.
Well, Kev, for all his scoring talent, Kyle Kuzma, he wants to be more. I mean, he's working around out his game. He's growing as a defender, rebounder, and a playmaker.
A second chance effort, and he sinks the layup. Kuzma's got 6.
Great hustle on the part of Kuzma, outworking everyone else on the glass and getting a nice reward for it.
Irving finds Allen. Back to Irving from deep. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Los Angeles leading by 4. Lakers shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, and for being the 27th pick in the 2017 draft, Kuzma has made his mark early, already surpassed expectations.
Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Irving passes to KD. And Harris wide open. He shoots. The kick out to Irving. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Kuzma passes to LeBron. Here's Rondo. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, what do you think?
Really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far. They're putting up some nice numbers in that category. That's the big difference in the first half.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, they had a hard time scoring inside. In fact, their offense was run almost exclusively along the perimeter. A lot of jumpers. That's too predictable. You got to mix it up.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, Kyle Kuzma displaying his skills today.
You just love
getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Jordan is out there with Wilson Chandler, and it's Durant. Then there's Harris, and it's Irving at the point. Now, here is Irving. 4 on the clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Jordan trying to free himself up. Durant, no good.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's James. No good on the shot. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Here's Chandler. Following the basket by Kyle Kuzma.
one thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
LeBron with it. Picked up by Harris. Over Harris. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
And on the way from Irving for three, it's hauled in by Los Angeles.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
The teardrop falls in. Irving's got his first basket of the night.
Oh, you better respect the sensational ball handling from Irving. I mean, phenomenal slashing from defense.
Rondo finds Davis and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's Harris. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. James, the pass to Davis. Over Irving. And Kuzma slams it in.
Backed by an aggressive offensive mindset, Kuzma attacks the rim with force.
Irving way outside. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his fifth rebound in this one.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Now here's Durant. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Irving for three. The shot, no good. The third quarter comes to a close. Lakers lead by 8. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Avery Bradley is out there with Cook. And it's Cousins in at the 5 spot. That's the Laker 5. Count it. Good. Cousins has got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Dinwiddie dishes to Durant. And the rejection by James.
Oh, you got to be cautious around James. He's always on the hunt to swat away shots. Defense in your rear view may be closer than they appear.
Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far, but, you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Well, like the Clippers of a year ago, they looked like, gosh, they've lost all their superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr.
Right.
Ballmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I tell you what, I think that that's what rewarded them during free agency by able to go out, recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pitch.
Troy Daniels, he's checked in for the Lakers.
It was to the chagrin of many that Cousins joined the Warriors last season, but it looked to be the right choice for him. Got to take his time rehabbing and came back to a team in first place with no pressure.
Now Daniels following Durant's three-point attempt. And again, the Lakers no good. Shoots from 14. That one goes. Count it. Durant's got his first 2 points.
He's standing at almost 7 feet tall. With that kind of skill, that kind of height, athleticism, this mid-range jumper, he'll always be there for Durant.
Now here's James. Cousins finds Kuzma. Lakers passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. From outside, off the mark. The Nets have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. KD on the wing. That shot misses. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Pass to LeBron. Shoots a fader, and they pick up 2. And the Lakers lead by 12.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Fires the 3. Another miss by James. And there's the pass to KD. Off target with his 3. Now James. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.